Well, playing with vintage electronics is always an adventure for me. And I found this gadget for sale on Craigslist, and I just couldn't resist it. Now what this is it's obviously a record player, but it's also a recorder. This arm cuts the records. It has a radio built into it. Now when I was a kid, I found an old Soundscriber dictation recorder that recorded on green discs, and I had a package of discs with it, and I always had fun with that, making records. But I've always wanted to find a professional portable lathe, a portable cutter, but a professional one, not not necessarily a consumer one like this one is. But whenever I do find one like a Presto or a Skully, the sellers think that they're made out of gold. They want so much money for them, I just can't buy it. But anyways, this one actually, although it's a home user consumer grade, it's a cut above most of them. It has a lot of features that maybe you wouldn't find on a typical consumer grade. I would classify it almost like a Caliphone school record player. It's a little bit in that category. So anyways, I have it powered up, but here is the rectifier tube. I didn't want to power this thing was made in 1947, and it has spent years in a basement, quite a lot of years. So when I got it, it was pretty musty smelling. I've been doing things to it, and I pretty much subdued the musty smell to tolerable levels, although I still have a ways to go. And that disc that you see on it was recorded probably many years ago on this machine. But why I've got it powered up is I just wanted to see how well the motor ran, and it runs very well, you know, for an old record player like this. Now this does two speeds. It does 78 where it's spinning now, and then if I put it on 33, it plays. It'll record at 33, or it'll play at 33. But this disc that's on there was recorded at the standard play, which is 78. Now the thing that's interesting is, and why I find playing around with this stuff is an adventure for me, is who owned this machine. And I'm guessing it was a music teacher, because on this side there's a piano concerto, and the best I can make out on the name is M-O-N-A-U-O. Mano, or A-R-O. I can hardly read the writing, but when I played it, it's a piece of music I've never heard in my life. And on the other side is a choir that does Motherless Child, and it's a black choir, a Negro choir, very beautifully done, although I kind of wonder what the recording source was for both of these, if it was recorded live through the microphone, or if it was recorded from, it could have been from the radio, possibly. I don't know. But let's take a listen to what's on the disc. Now first we're going to listen to the piano concerto. I can honestly say I've never heard this music before. The disc is a little warped, I see. Pretty decent recording. It's a pretty decent recording for a home recorder, I would say. Pretty top-notch almost. Let's listen to the other side. Okay, this is the Motherless Child side. Now this is an interesting recording because it almost sounds like it's at the wrong speed. This sounds like this might have been a radio program. I really think it is at the right speed. I'm assuming maybe this was recorded off the radio. Getting back to this Meissner recorder, it's a model 9-1065, I believe. Yeah, 9-1065. So I have a lot of fun. It came with a variety of styluses and cutting styluses in there. It didn't come with any blank records, but not only can you get new old stock on eBay, but there's also people who are making vinyl ones with the extra hole cut in it, new. I don't know why I would want to make records on this thing. It's just really something just to have fun with and play with. But I'm going to restore the electronics on it. I'll probably, before I restore it, I'll probably bring it up very slowly with my power supply to see if it works as is. It has an static pickup on the playback arm, which I'm sure is dead as a stone. So that'll have to be either rebuilt or replaced. Those crystal cartridges always fail it with time because of the Rochelle salts in them. Anyways, this should be a fun thing to play with. No pilot light on the radio unless, let me see, unless, no, don't turn on, so the pilot light's burned out. So it should be a lot of fun. Sometime off in the future I'll restore this, but I'm really pleased to see how well the turntable works. It works very well. So that's about it for now. It's just a first look at a gadget that I added to my junk collection. Something to have fun with and play with.